Everybody, how are you? It's JD Temple here from the Light of the Darkness. Hope you can hear me okay. I can scooch up a little more. Hey, how's everybody doing on this Friday night? It's been a long time since I've been on here on a Friday night, that's for sure. Um, Martha's taking a nap right now, and I can't really discuss why because we have some exciting things coming up, but they're top secret family things, and I can't let the cat out of the bag or anything, so I'm not gonna. What's up, Gustavo? Good to see you. Hey, we do have some really exciting plans for the weekend, um, and I can't really discuss that either, I guess, because there's someone in the other room that might hear me, and I don't want her to hear because it is a secret, and it's a really nice secret. It's gonna be fun. And we'll definitely let you in on it because we'll be doing a lot of recording during this really awesome secret thing that's happening. Hey, relaxing weather, hail to you. I'm doing great, and I hope you are too. I'm feeling good, Gustavo. I'm feeling really good, man, and I hope you are too. I did my workout and everything today. I haven't done my push-ups and curls and shoulder presses and stuff yet, but I did do probably like 45 minutes on the treadmill, and that was great, and that made me feel really, really awesome. I'm still wearing the same clothes that I was wearing working out, so I'm kind of like still sitting in my own sweat, but that's all right because I'm gonna shower in a little while and get all of that old energy off of me. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Smorticia, what's up? But yeah, absolutely, Gustavo, Azazel power all the way. Thank you for all of the work that you have done for me for like the past months and months and months and months, giving us offerings to Azazel because I was going through it, and like I really appreciate that as a friend. Like, do you doing that for me? And that helped a great deal because it was Azazel here recently that really like helped to push me, um, past the threshold that I was really unable to push myself past for so long. And so I know it was that like culminating energy coming together. So yeah, exactly. Much love to the Soul family, exactly. Hey Brady Daigle, what's going on, brother? Good to see you and Aaron B. Whoop whoop, what's up? I hope everybody had a good week. And I don't know what you have planned for the weekend, but I definitely recommend if you're able to get out in nature this weekend. Like that's kind of like my challenge to you. And it's not only because I'm doing it. I'm just saying that it's a good idea. And it's been calling me. I'm sure it's been calling you all. Like, even if you're only able to get out there for like 20 or 30 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes will really make a big difference. Maybe go to a park that you've never been to before, or find a really, really cool path in the woods that you're not really sure where it leads, and just go explore and like commune with your patron deity. Do a meditation, do some prayer work, do an evocation or do a spell or a ritual or something at the end of that path. Like, you can really make it a really like interesting little outing by going out in nature and making it magical. Hey, what's up, Friar Pesto? What's up, Bo? But yeah, I've been working, getting the house clean, and I can't really talk about why that's happening either yet because again, it's a secret. But there's some really exciting things that are going to be happening, and it's going to make a lot of people really, really happy. And I've been doing my part to get things ready for it and all of that. So between my workout and moving things all out of these rooms and sweeping and cleaning, I'm kind of like, bleh, you know. Oh, you just came from the mountains, really, Gustavo? Cool. I hope you had a good time. That is funny that you mentioned the mountains because my little thingy also includes some mountains too. And so I'm really excited about that because I really haven't had a chance to get away now for a while. I've been burning the candle at both ends for a really, really long time, and um, I would really love to just get away for a few days and go and unwind and relax. Aw, thanks for the super chat, Gustavo. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that so much. Fuck yeah. so, so that kind of thing is going to be happening, and Mothra and I are going to be making a lot of really cool videos. We're actually going to be doing an invocation ritual with Pan while we're in the mountains. Not only with Pan, but also to invoke this Martian energy that is like very, very prevalent right now. So that energy of Mars and that like very highly sexual energy that can be harnessed, that Pan can bring forth. We want to harness that energy and to utilize that in all of our endeavors here moving forward. What we're going to be doing here, over the next few months. So um, I know he's up there in those mountains. I've experienced him before in a very, very similar way. So I'm kind of, going back to do that again to a very particular spot there in the mountains. It's kind of like off the trail a bit. And it's amazing, like if you do go out in nature, if you just like go out in nature and just sit in one spot and just sit in silence and like sit in meditation and like really like feel the environment like change around you, but it will also begin to communicate with you. It will begin to speak to you. The creatures and all the animals there will like gather nearer to you and they'll begin to speak and communicate with you too. And as a witch and as a sorcerer, like that's so vital and so important to cultivate like that inner knowing of like what to do and how to do it and how to communicate with these creatures and how to utilize a lot of these implements like different herbs and crystals and things of that nature. Like the best way to do that is just to get out there around those things and like feel for it and allow them to speak to you. What's up, Dan Best? Dan Best said, I would love to get out into the mountains. Me and another friend of yours that you've done a blood pact with really want to make your own community of witches. Whoa, that would be so cool. Like, that would be awesome. Like, I would say about a year ago at this time, I was really, really wanting to do that myself. I was wanting to make something like that happen too. And it is a fabulous idea. And I say, like, definitely go for it all the way because um, it's a good possibility that we could go down a timeline where communities of that nature are going to be vital for our safe existence in this world. I hate to say that, and I hope that we don't go down that timeline. But regardless of whether we do or not, like having an experience like that would be really cool, wouldn't it? Like to live in a community like that where everybody has their different skill set, everybody's doing their different thing. We all lean on each other and lean on one another in order to coexist, and like not like the brunt of everything to make everything work is not on just one person's shoulders. Because like if you think about it, like look at the way that we live now. It's so crazy, isn't it? Like we used to live in these communal situations, these big like tribal communities where we really were pooling our resources, pooling our manpower, putting together the necessary effort and energy and know-how in order to make certain things happen, and we did it as a collective group. And now like we even like helped to raise our children together, and now we've like isolated ourselves in these like little teeny little boxes away from everyone else, having to pay all the bills, all the power, all the electric, all the the water, all the internet, all the everything, in order to sustain this little teeny box that you have that's like all secluded and away from everyone else. And so like it makes just your very survival like so difficult. Like a lot of people literally are living paycheck to paycheck, and that's hard, and that's like the majority of people out there, the majority of us. I mean, that's our existence. Like we're a month away from total calamity, or 2 months away, or 3 months away, whatever the situation may be. But if we were living in these big communities, like we really wouldn't have to worry about all of those things to that degree necessarily. And I'm not talking about like from a governmental standpoint like communism or anything of that nature. I'm just talking about, communal living, and that is a very and can be a very attractive way to go about it. It brings like all kinds of different challenges. It really does. You know, like who would be in charge and what would that look like? What would the rules be? What would be considered okay? What's not okay? Like bringing new people into the groups, all that kind of stuff, whatever, whatever. Hey, what's up, Renee? What's up, Pissy Fits? Hey, happy Friday to you too. So you're figuring out all that stuff right now. That's awesome, man. That'll be so cool. Well, keep me posted on it because I would definitely love to come and visit you guys one day. And, there could be potential for a lot of really, really amazing experiences for a situation like that. It's really awesome because I tell you, like, I know it's even harder now today than it was. I'm 43. I'll be 44 in April, and it's hard enough for a guy that was coming up, in my age bracket. And I know that those that are like in their 20s and in their 30s now, it's like even harder for you guys to like be able to own property, to be able to like realize the American dream like on your own, without any type of outside assistance of any sort. It can be very difficult. So like communal living would really simplify things a great deal and allow you to like focus on things that may be more important to you than just like chasing money. Because like, let's face it, like that really is most of our lives. Like most of our existence is all about chasing money now. And we really don't have time for anything else, really. You have time to kind of chill out and relax and unwind a little bit, but you really do have to be structured and have a routine if you want to be able to do certain things in your life, um, because there's just no time, and that really seems to be by design, I'm sure, as well. Not only do they want to work you to death just because they want to get as much out of you as they can, but they don't want you to have that time alone to yourself to where you can really begin to discover and realize how precious and how beautiful you are inside and how powerful you are. They're certainly going to do everything they can to prevent us from realizing these things. And they do. They do it, and like we're under attack in that department in every way that you can imagine, from the food that we eat to the programming that's put forth to the propaganda that we see in the news. All of that stuff's by design. And then you have like religion on top of that. And the educational system and how that's put into place too, like that's really crazy. You can see from birth till your mid 20s how you're just totally a slave to the system and you're programmed by them. Absolutely. It's really crazy. What's up, Brett and Dolan? So Dan is saying that the big thing that you're trying to figure out is the money, and what you can envision is one big family. We all distribute our money back to the community. Yeah, I would say that the best thing to do would be, just from what I've explored in this avenue, is to create your own church. So you don't have to create your own religion per se, but you just have to create your own church. And there's a bunch of essays that you would need to write. You would have to have 3 members in your church. So you have to have like you and 2 other people basically that would all share in the creation and the liability responsibility of the sustainment of this new organization or of said organization of the church. And so if you make it a religion, that'll give you a lot of different it'll make you much more flexible as far as taxes and things go, but then you can also get into other things, that you maybe want to be doing in the community that are that you're not able to do, not under the guise of a church or of a religious umbrella, so to speak. I know a religion is probably the last thing that you'd want, or a church is the last thing that you want, but basically it would just, I'm sure your organization would have a name, or your community would have a name, so it would just be like, whatever it's called, church of whatever, you know. Oh, okay. So Jared Hines has a question. He said, "Hey JD, do you still go down to Florida and partake in the Soul Quest stuff?" So I haven't been to Soul Quest now. I would say it's been maybe about 2 years or so. I did have some amazing experiences there, like amazing, amazing. In 2019, 2020, it was it was like it was like going to McDonald's. As far as like every time I went, I knew what to expect. Well, that's not really true, is it? It's like how it's supposed to be at a fast food place. Like every time I went, I should know what to expect and I should receive that. And for the most part, that was true earlier on going there in like 2019 and 2020. Every time I went, it was amazing, and I did benefit from it greatly every single time. The last time that I went though, it seemed really, really off, and that was probably like I think maybe back in 2022. The brew seemed different somehow. I certainly really didn't quite break through, and I felt really sick. And there was a lot of people that were freaking out and getting sick and having to be taken out of the Maloka, like way more than I've ever seen. Like, so it was almost kind of like the energy and the brew combined was like giving people these really crazy adverse reactions, and like it just wasn't right. And like everyone there seemed really tired and really kind of like overworked. They didn't have the same zest, the same energy, the same light inside of them that they usually did. Like it just really seemed odd. I hope it's not like that anymore because I really did enjoy going there. It is an amazing place, and I would hate to say that it's not good anymore based on one bad weekend when I've been there like 7 weekends, and the other six were absolutely amazing. So to base my overall judgment on that last time would not be fair, I would say. They do offer a lot of new things now. They have some couples like private ceremonies for couples. I think that would be really phenomenal. I think that's like 2,500 bucks. And then they also do offer a new Saturday night only ceremony for like 350. Because usually when you go, you get Friday night and Saturday night. You can pay extra 250 for the Saturday daytime ceremony. And I usually do that. So I do it Friday night, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. But now you have an option to just come on Saturday night, do one journey for 350 bucks. If you're in the Orlando area and you can arrange that, I would highly recommend that. That would be awesome. Um, but it really is like, I mean, I was cured off of crystal meth like in one night from a pretty crazy crystal meth addiction. Like I mean, I had a horrible addiction to meth for, this it's happened a few times, but this last time it was from like 2015 or 2016 to 2019. And it was the whole reason that I even went to Soul Quest to begin with, was because I was having an issue with this and I couldn't do it on my own, and I knew that it was time to get this out of my life, and I just didn't know, like Matt, like the ritual work I was doing, it was not giving me what I needed to overcome this beast. But it was ultimately magic because it was the spirits that led me to Soul Quest. And as soon as I found it, as soon as I pulled up their listing online, I booked my weekend like right then and there. And I really felt like it was my last hope. And the very first night I was cured. And I had tried everything you can imagine. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, when I was cured, I felt like $1,000,000. I didn't want to have any desire for crystal meth and think it's like the most disgusting, substance you can imagine now. But I mean, that was like one of my like lovers, dude, for a long time. Um, but yeah, I mean, so it can definitely help you in so many ways. I would definitely say like if you have addiction problems, ayahuasca is a great, great tool to use. Now, I'm not going to say it's not easy. Like it's that's an aggressive tool, and I mean this could like potentially shatter your psyche if you don't have any experience with psychedelics. I mean it goes that deep. you'll never see reality the same way ever again. So it's a lot like magic in that way. I will say, oh wow, Brady's done. You've done 5-MeO, Brady. Holy crap! Wow. And Craig Stewart, what's up? Yeah, I mean DMT is, like what Mothra and I call our sacrament, and that is something that we have been combining with Magic now for years, and really having some tremendous results. Um, no, you don't. Brady Daigle, my man, will please email me because me and Mothra would love it. Come and visit you. That is like, especially, I mean, for me, yes, definitely. But for her, that's like the epitome of like checking off everything that she wants to do in her life. That's like on the top of the list, and that would just be, I mean, for me too. I mean, I want to experience it so very much. So if we could ever arrange that, that would be so freaking cool. Like, oh my gosh, like that would be amazing. Not to like invite myself or to like be imposed upon you, but if that could ever be made a reality, like holy moly, my friend, like that is like everything that we have been looking for that experience. I'm scared to death, of course, but I would love to do it, man, and to do it with a dear friend like you, that would be freaking awesome. That would be amazing. But I mean, that's really, for me and Moth are both like that is really like when we are in sync with the earth and ourselves in that way through like a powerful union with plant medicine, like especially like when you're in that afterglow of a journey, everything in life just clicks. And it truly does. I mean, if you have any type of depression, that's lifted. Your mind is so much clearer, and you can see your goals clearly defined. You can see what you want in life, and you just really automatically know the steps on what to do and how to get there. Like it really just kind of like removes all of the clutter from life and all of the chatter and all of the bullshit, and it just really allows you to clearly see things. And like that is what especially for someone like me that struggles with bipolar depression, and I'm like up and down all the time. I hate living life like that, and I refuse to take psychiatric medication because I've tried that, and I can't go there. So plant medicine teachers, especially DMT, I mean it's been such a huge part of my healing process. Um, but I am terrified of it too. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Yeah, Craig. It's rough. Depression is rough. Well, I hope that you do build your beautiful community, Dan, and I do believe that a lot of people here moving forward into the future over the next 3 to 5 years will be doing things just like this. Um, I think that our world is going to kind of organically is going to start moving in that direction with some of the things that we're going to be facing, some of the things that we're going to be seeing. Some of the things are going to be changing very rapidly for us, and I think that you can already begin to really even like feel it. Like if you really think about it, you can almost feel that the days, the weeks, the months, and the years have sped up, that like things really are speeding up, and they're speeding up towards a some type of shift. And with this shift, whether it's pole shifting, I'm not really exactly sure really exactly what's going on. I've been shown a lot of things psychically, and I've been trying to put it all together, but um, there's a lot of players. Really, everyone in this world is really in cahoots in trying to make this ultimate one world government of control type of bullshit thing happen. But as that happens, there's going to be lots of like breakdowns in smaller little areas and segments, as everything is going to kind of be, it's all going to be divided up before it's all going to be lumped together again. And I think that we're going to see that like That's going to be happening a lot here in this country. If you live in the United States, I think there's going to be a lot of separation, and there's going to be a call for a lot of more of this type of communal living and types of things like that. I think are just going to naturally happen. And again, I hope not. I hope that's not a timeline that we're going to go down, but it's very possible that it is a timeline that we could go down. And that wouldn't just be in the United States. That could be all over. Um, it's definitely a checker or a chessboard right now, and everything's being put into place, and it's all going to kind of happen like a little somewhat slowly and kind of, yeah, it's all meticulous. Um, and once everything's put into place, then we'll start to see some things that are going to be happening. But I'm not going to worry about that. I'm definitely not going to be focused on it. Definitely going to be focused on just being ready, readying myself, readying my family, readying my household. Just be prepared. I definitely recommend living or following some of the rules of the Mormon Church teaches on this thing. A 2 year supply of food and water is a little much, and I think maybe that's like out of a lot of people's reach to actually have a 2 year supply of food and water. But to have a few months worth would be a good idea. It's just a good idea. Society is now in today's world is much too fragile to not have something at home you can rely on for at least a few weeks or a month. That's just a good idea. And I think it's a good way to live. Things may not always be there tomorrow. That's not to say that they won't be back, but they could go offline, let's say, for a few weeks or a month. And before order is restored, you may be lacking in some things. So do yourself a favor and stock up on some of that stuff. Always a good idea. Always a great idea. Um, but for this weekend, going to be focusing on a lot of sex magic in combination with spirit invocation slash spirit possession. That is really something that's like out of this world to experience. And you can experience this too, without a physical partner, with an incubi or a succubi. You can certainly experience the same levels of pleasure, the same levels of pain, the same types of stimulation can all happen with a spiritual companion. It doesn't have to be a physical lover. I've had experiences with both of those. Throughout my working in Magick. What's up, Jeremiah? Hey, much love to you too. And what's up, Grandiose, you too? Yeah, prep up, people. Yeah, prep up a little bit if you can. Dan said the Mormon Church, they kind of gone spot on with quite a few things, especially the way they think. The only thing he would say is they don't have going for them is they're kind of softer people. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they would definitely need to toughen up. It's one thing to like have all this stuff, but it's another thing to be able to keep it. Because of course, like, it kind of would make sense to, oh, I would hate to even say this, but to like know where the Mormons are in your community. Oh, I didn't say that, did I? No, because I mean, you know who's got what. They're going to be holding like at least 2 years of this and that. So that does kind of make you a target, then, doesn't it too? And they are probably not the type that are going to be able to hold it down. And that's the thing, I want to already have most of my own stuff because I don't want to have to be going out there looking for it. You're not really going to be able to buy it. You're going to have to be like taking it. And taking it can look a whole different types of ways, and I don't want to be having to do that. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to do that. Like, no way. Yeah, it can be funny. Like, so Jared's got a good question. Like, how open spiritually do you need to be to successfully work with a succubus? That you've been burnt before and that kind of thing, and made yourself believe things happened that didn't happen. All right, so that can be really tough. It's dependent upon a lot of things. It really does. Because you're going to have like different levels of experience with them. Like it's kind of like interactions that you have with them can almost be like on a scale of like 0 to 10. 10 being like a full physical manifestation of them in like a sexual way. Maybe 4 or 5 just being like light touches. And threes and fours can be like telepathic communication, and maybe like a 7 or 8 is like hearing their voice audibly, or getting a glimpse of them physically for a moment. Um, it's really it's hard to say. It's almost kind of like it needs to be a perfect storm in order for you to have a full physical manifestation. I mean, there are certain methods that you can use, but you can certainly almost like fool yourself into tricking yourself that you're going crazy while doing it. Like it just takes time. Um, it depends on where you are, I think, energetically, and making sure that like you're at a matching vibration with the entity, which can be hard to say if you are or if you aren't. For me, one thing that I would definitely say enhanced the communication with them was to be fasting and to be having a lot of sleep deprivation going on. So if I had sleep deprivation and fasting, if I was utilizing both of those things by like around day 3 or 4, I'd be having some pretty crazy experiences with them. So it's almost like you just need to really empty yourself out and get to a certain place vibrationally, and you can do that through fasting and sleep deprivation. Fasting alone may do it, but those two things combined definitely will. You can add drugs into that mix. I never want to condone that with anyone and like tell people to use that, because that kind of stuff becomes a crutch, and then before you know it, drugs will begin to be the thing that you believe is your gateway and your access into the spiritual realm. I've been there. That's not pretty, and that's not something that you ever want to get yourself into. Um, I think there's still a lot of practitioners today that believe that to be true, that like certain harder drugs are their access point and their gateway, their main gateway to the spiritual realms, because that's just kind of what they've trained themselves into. And so, like, in a way, it's true. And it can be true. Like, they can be used as a bypass tool. Psychedelics can, but harder drugs can too. I don't recommend that though, because it's not healthy, it's not sustainable. I'm not going to say it's not a true connection, because it's still a connection, and it's certainly something that makes a real connection too. It's not something that would just be considered delusion. In some cases you will have that, but I know that in my case, in my book, I had many, 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 many really real, tangible, for real experiences while on under the influence of hard drugs, especially when it comes to incubi and succubi. But I would say without the assistance of those things, fasting and sleep deprivation are going to be the biggest things that are going to help you out. Um, of course, too, like consistent communication with the spirit. That's the biggest thing, is consistent communication. And that can make you feel like you're going crazy too, because you need to do it for a few months. And it can make you feel like you're just talking to yourself, but that's the kind of dedication that it takes. Hey Cora, what's up, Cora? Good to see you. Great to see you. So Brady grew up in a Navy house. The first thing your dad always told was to be prepared to take care of you and your own, but don't tell anyone, because you will become a target. Yep, exactly, exactly. And so, like, but for most Mormons, they just kind of they just kind of you just kind of know they got it. Yeah, yeah. Never underestimate people under duress. You got it, Friar Pencil. Exactly. What's up, F Kitty? Have I ever worked with Offset or ISIS? No, not directly. I haven't. No, I have not. You done a 3 day water fast, great for the body, but nothing spiritual came from it. Um, I think with fasting, in a lot of cases for me, if I really, really want to get a lot from it spiritually, then during the fasting, I would certainly be doing a lot of either evocation, spirit evocation, or lots of prayer or meditation, but also combining that with like some type of sleep deprivation too. Like fasting alone, unless I'm preparing for like a dieta for some type of plant medicine journey or something, I usually kind of need to combine some other elements in with the fasting in order to like really get a huge benefit from it. Um, but it just depends too on what you have going on in your life. I mean, like there could be some huge issue that you have, or something going on that a 3 day fast would just knock right out. So it certainly has its place, I think, but I guess you're not always going to have that amazing reaction from it, or it's not always going to be like this big, huge thing. I'm just kind of reading here, because I got way off. What's up, T Man? Hey, what's up? It's cool. Yeah, it's hard for abstinence and not releasing your seed too, isn't it? Yeah. And it's definitely like if you're going to be releasing your seed, I would definitely recommend to not waste it and to use it in a ritual, a spell of some sort, and give it some intention. Or either, saving that and making that white powder out of it, or saving that menstrual blood and making it red powder out of it. Using that in ritual with Lilith is very, very powerful. And Cora, yeah, we've been feasting as well on this end here lately. Sarah and I both have been feasting like crazy and not fasting. It's just been kind of like what the energy that we've been in here recently. Astara, what's up? Hey, sweetheart, good to see you. Great to see you. What's up, Mary? Hello, Mary. What's up? But yeah, feasting is nice. It really is. We went to our Valentine's Day dinner last night. It was last night with Valentine's Day, wasn't it? Was it? Shit, I can't even remember, but we did go. We went to the Outback and it was awesome. And I'm going to be eating those leftovers here tonight, I'm sure. I've got a lot of ritual work that I've got to do over the weekend to catch up on some things for people that I'm behind on. And I'm sorry about that, people. I have been behind for so long. I've been trying to catch up. And it happens. I just always want to make sure that it's going to be top notch for people. And so if things are just not right, then I have to postpone it. And that's just how it goes. But ultimately, it always happens, and it always happens big time, and it yields big results. So good things come to those who wait, type of thing. But sometimes I'm able to do it right away. It really just kind of depends. Like, wow. Aw, thank you. I've been having amazing times, and yeah, Sarah and I, Mothra and I have been having some amazing times, like for real. Wow, Cora's been eating. I'm gonna let Mothra know too, Cora, because she's been like kind of like ravenous for here for a while as well, and I think it definitely does have something to do with some of these alignments. Because like I go through it too, like where it's like I want to eat like everything in sight for like days or like a week, and then for like 3 weeks, I like hardly won't want to eat anything, and it's crazy like that. And it does kind of seem like that um, it does kind of seem like it would have something to do with like astrological alignments, because it usually always has to do with that. Whoa, you actually do have Indian food buffets where you're from, Fire Pestle? Wow, I wish we had Indian food buffets around here. I love freaking Indian food. So why 666? For me, 666 is really just kind of a way of a calling to find my people. But for me too, like 666 for me really means like the return of the goddess. Like it means a lot of things for a lot of people. It definitely means kind of like anti-agenda to me more than anything else. But it also is like it's kind of like our way of saying that like we have the goddess within, like within this philosophy we're including the divine feminine, because I've always seen nine as like Lilith's number. For whatever reason, that's just always been my belief. And so if you add up 666, that's 18. 1 plus 8 is 9, and that is just that's Lilith. And so it's kind of like saying to me that it's like we have her here and she's returned, and like that's kind of like what 666 kind of believes means for me, is that like she has returned, and it's like our secret basically, that the divine feminine is here, and that's ours, that's our secret, that's our power. It's kind of like a lot of where our power lies here, for me. A star said, life has been really intense lately for Meg, but it's free because so much has been revealed and explained within. Wow, I can understand. Yeah, and it has been like that for a lot of people, hasn't it? Like it's almost like your ascension has been on a fast track too. Like as it's been feeling like that time is literally moving faster, like our ascension's been moving faster too. Probably been getting a lot of ascension symptoms too, like headaches and different and various physical things have been happening to both Martha and I both that we don't usually deal with. So I think that we're going to be feeling a lot of strange things, and because of that, our eating habits are probably going to change. Our dietary needs might change a little bit. The way that we react to certain substances even may change. As far as like you might drink a little bit of alcohol and it may send you for a total loop where you might have been able to drink a lot before, or maybe you drink a little bit of mushroom tea and you have like a heroic dose type of experience off of that little teeny bit. That kind of stuff can happen when this kind of thing is like going on. Yeah, I like the salty stuff and the sweet stuff. I love it all. 666 is perfection. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it as well. But yeah, there's definitely a lot going on, and it is sometimes enough to make you crazy because there's so much happening right now, and like there's so much that they're like literally just putting right in our face. But along with that putting stuff in our face, that's a distraction from what is actually happening. And so when you see like all of these distractions that are happening, like holy crap, they're trying to hide a whole lot of things like all at once. And it's really enough to make your head spin. Like I sometimes like get to the point where I can't even get off the sofa and I'm just like frozen from it, to be honest with you. I have days where I'm just like, holy shit, like this world is just too much. Like I'll feel it to the point to where I am just like immobilized. And it's crazy. And I hate to admit that, but it's true. Like I literally have those days. And those are not my favorite kind of days, dude. I'm sorry, a star, if you have those, man. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. And so I feel for you because I know what it's like. I know all the fucking about it. And yeah, it's a rather numb feeling. When you really kind of take in the totality of what is happening in this world versus what's actually happening in this world, all the things that we do know about and all the things that we're unaware of, but yet we feel it. We can feel all of these things, like something's happening, something's going down. We can feel the shit. It's having an effect on all of us in one way or another. I've gotten lots of emails and messages from people asking, like, have you been feeling weird? Or you live on the East Coast? And it's like, yeah, I live on the East Coast, and yeah, I mean, as a matter of fact, I have been feeling weird for quite a while now too, and I think a lot of people have. And it's just a calling for all of us to like seriously take the best care of ourselves that we can. Like practicing that self care and that self love is more important than it's ever been. I know it sounds stupid. I know it sounds cliche, but it's really important. They're trying so hard through various methods to get your vibration down so low. It's really important that you do what you can do um, every day of the week to raise that vibration through good nutrition, through hydration, through exercise, what you're putting in here, all of those things. How you're loving the people in your life, that's an important one. I'm really trying to love all the people in my life the best way that I can. Like really trying to cultivate and nurture all of those things to the very, very best of my ability. Um, you know, it's not only important that my vibration be high, but I want the vibration of those around me to be high, and I want to play my role in helping to maintain healthy vibrations for everyone because it is important. Having that vibration of love all around you is a great and beautiful thing. It really is. So everybody, if you can remember to tap the like button while you're in here, I would really appreciate that because it helps the algorithm and it helps more people to find these videos and it helps more people to show up in the future and all of that stuff, and that's really appreciated. Because it's awesome when more people come and all of that. I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys for that. If you would do that, that's fucking awesome. Oh, dude, numerology's fucking awesome too. Brady's saying that you're a non-life path, and Lucifer, Lilith, and Leviathan talisman was a big transformation in your life. Oh, dude, that's so cool. I'm so fucking glad, dude. Oh, yeah, yeah. Thanks, dude. Thanks for liking and sharing. I appreciate that, dude. I'm so glad that you like that talisman, dude. Yeah, dude, that was blessed in a very, very, very special ritual. So it has some freaking insane energy in it. So I'm really glad that it worked out for you. Oh, and thanks for sharing my website too, Friar Pestle. Thank you so much. Oh, F Kitty Nature Helps from the middle of the Utah desert. Oh, cool. That's awesome. That's where Mothra's from. Oh, so the significance of the 444. So for me, 444 has become to mean many different things. 444 really means to me like Lucifer and his ushering in of this new world. It also means too, like when people just happen to notice it, like in public, and they ask me about it, it means that they have basically like their guardian angel spirit is around them. And since they noticed it, it's their way of being like, yo, I'm with you. You noticed that number, so now you need to take notice of my presence in your life. So it means that too. It's really mostly though about like Lucifer's role in the creation of our new world, the golden age. Like that is really what 444 signifies. That and like the guardian spirits that are all around you. I know like traditionally 444 is like an angel number, and that's fine. I'm down with angels, but it's really means a lot more than that. And that's really like what it means for me. And you'll see that you're going to see 444 all over the place. And like I run into like so many people from all over that are just like they had nothing to do with like spirituality or magic, and they're like, dude, I'm seeing it everywhere, I'm seeing it everywhere. And it is because things are changing, and it's like Lucifer's way of letting you know that it's changing. Like that and the blue butterfly, both those are kind of like iconic images of the changing new world that's coming. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 444 is a big block. Whoa, I didn't know that. That's cool too. But PayPal is killing you, won't let you do a payment plan for someone on my storefront. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Jared. Well, just email me and we can work a thing out through PayPal for however you need to do it. I do that for people all the time, so that's no problem. Just send me an email. We'll talk about it. And yeah, it's all good. Don't worry. Yeah, I don't know. 333s, I would say. I would say if it's like 333 that you're like unlocking hidden knowledge without when like inside of yourself, like your 33 vertebrae, like 33 being like Freemasonry number of like hidden knowledge. I would say that for 333 that it's unlocking hidden knowledge for you. But sometimes too, for 333 means that love is coming, because you're going to be coming into contact with that special person that when you come together with them and you come together in a union, that's what creates the Holy Trinity. So 333 could mean that, as well. And 555 is an awesome number too, very foundational, very, very solid. But yeah, dude. Okay, well, hey Jared, my email is jdtemplehealing@gmail.com. I'll put it in the description of this video. It should be in the description of the other videos, but it's just jdtemplehealing@gmail.com. So email me there. So yeah, what's up, Star Ruby Corsi? What's up? Good to see you. I'm gonna pull a card for everybody tonight as well before I jump off of here. I'm just gonna pull in one card, and this is gonna be a message to everybody. This is from Lucifuge Rofacale, because he has been coming in a lot. I'm going to kind of like channel him and allow him to draw this card. You just really think about numbers 1, 2, or 3. So everyone, if you want to participate, just number 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling here, go into meditation and kind of calling Lucifuge forth before I pull this card. Yeah, Lucifuge is fucking awesome, dude. Lucifuge, Lucifuge, Lucifuge. I call you forth and I conjure you. Come into this temple, come into this place. Come speak to me, commune with me, assist me with this divination. Assist me with the explanation of the cards that shall be drawn, Lucifuge. I appreciate your presence here, and I give you thanks and gratitude for coming forth so quickly, so let it be. So I'm going to shuffle for you guys. This is for pile number 1 right here. For all those that have chosen pile number 1, please take it as a true and accurate message. I'm going to record it right now. Forward in their lives. Positive ways. So let it be. Okay. So the card that Lucifuge wanted to message from this one card from Lucifuge for all of you that have chosen pile number 1 is talking about amalgamate. Everything is starting to amalgamate. All the aspects are beginning to fit together. Trust that you are being guided on the right path, and ignore the inner critic and don't give up. So whatever it is that you're working on right now, keep pushing forward, even if you feel like you don't have anything else left to give. That last little push, that last little nudge may be all that is required to have some huge things happen. So like whatever's been going on lately, whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been trying to manifest, you're right there. It just requires one more little thing. Whatever that thing may be, the answer is going to come to you. Maybe Lucifuge will help you out with that. Maybe whatever spirit you've been working with here lately, you just need one more little thing, and you may already know what that one little thing is. But that is going to happen. That's going to happen. Lucifuge is definitely letting you know that that's going to happen. So, for those of you that have chosen pile number 2, Lucifuge, let us know what it is they need to do here with this little message that you're going to deliver to us. For those that have chosen pile number 2. And your card is about doubt. So with doubt, you can keep yourself from reaching your full potential. Never let yourself or other people prevent you from attaining what you want. So doubt needs to be crushed right now. And the reason that you have doubt is because you are on the precipice of big and mighty, huge things. So like let that doubt be your guide. Let that doubt be your reminder that you're doing the right thing. Right? Because you're doubting yourself, you're like the universe is causing that because like the matrix is doing what it can to prevent you from being victorious in this endeavor, and you're like right there. Like this kind of goes in part and parcel with that first card. Like you're right there too. Like don't let that doubt stop you. Like use that doubt as your fuel and use that doubt as your reminder, as like your little signal flag that you're like on the right path. So that's fucking exciting too. Like a lot of people, and I'm not surprised that people here in the soul family got big things happening or on the right path, because we're all here practicing magic. We're all here doing our best. Most of us, all of us here, I know all of us here are like good, kind, loving, good hearted people with good intentions for other people that deserve it. And that's a beautiful fucking thing. And that's a rare thing in this world, too. All right, Lucifuge, what do we got for those pile number 3? The spinal pile here, number 3. Let's see what we got going on, what message that Lucifer's got, or Lucifuge has got for you here. My bad, Lucifuge. What message do you have for those that have chosen pile number 3? So we've got deficiency. As you have reflected on the past, remember that everything or everyone has experienced highs and lows. Comparison may only add to feelings of deficiency, so let go and move on. So yeah, stop comparing yourselves to other people. Stop comparing your current situation to maybe a situation that you had that was slightly better in the past. Stop comparing your looks to other people's looks, your finances to other people's finances, your talents to other people's talents, because look, they're all different. And like what you may be jealous about me for, I might be jealous about you for something else. Like we all possess something very special and very precious. And like the key is like finding out what that is, and like revealing it and sharing it with the world. Like you do have very, very special gifts, and like all of you know that. Some of you are like on the verge of like of finding out what that special thing is, but trust me, you have it, and you probably have several. And once you find out what that special thing is, the whole world changes and you change with it, and you begin to be able to cultivate that beautiful gift and to be able to give that gift out to the rest of the world, and then everything like blossoms and blooms from there. So like don't reflect on the things that you don't have gratitude for the things that you do have too. Don't reflect on your weaknesses, highlight your strengths. And I know all that shit sounds cliche, but sometimes you just need to hear it. And sometimes you just need to hear it from someone else. And maybe you might not even be listening right now with your conscious mind, but I'm really hoping that your subconscious mind is picking up on this. How awesome you are, how amazing you are, how precious you are, how powerful you are, how awesome your magic is, how much people love you, how attractive you are, how you're going to win in life, how you do win in life every single day, and it's easy. You're going to wake up with a smile tomorrow, and every single other fucking day with a smile. Just like that. Every single day. Snapping it into existence. Bo knows about that shit. Locking it in. Lock it in right now, just like that. I can't even snap anymore. I snap too much. But anyway, I love you all, and I'm gonna roll out because I got some things I got to do to get ready for some shit that's going down. The shit's going down up in here tonight. Some crazy, it's really not that crazy shit. Some beautiful shit's going down in here tonight, and I'm really excited about it. And it'll be beautiful, and I'll let you in on it more after it happens so that it's not a secret anymore. But I'll be videoing a lot of really cool, awesome shit this weekend, and I'll let you know all about it. So stay tuned. Thanks to all the channel members. Thanks to the Soul family. I love you guys so much. I really do. Fucking awesome motherfuckers, you. Love ya. Bye. Have a good Friday night. Peace. Don't drink too much. And if you take meds, take your fucking meds. I'm out.